Hello there, Grumpy Old Fart here. I'm doing an unexplained phenomena video on, it's called Spontaneous Human Combustion. I kind of hesitated doing this video because I wasn't sure if I had enough information, and then out of the blue I happened to see a documentary on it, so I got some information here, and I want to do it because it's a real thing. I'm not people's. It's quite possible this is an effect that just hasn't been explained yet. That's a possibility, but it's still at this point it's still unexplained. So here we go, unexplained phenomena. Here we go. For those of you who don't know, spontaneous human combustion is the phenomena wherein human beings, living or recently deceased, suddenly burst into flames with no external source of ignition. So your body just bursts into flames for no reason. And the topic received coverage. This is a big deal. A lot of people think it's a hoax, or it's just shoddy investigation, or whatever. I don't know. But anyway, the topic received coverage in 1823 when it appeared in a book titled, Medical Jurisprudence. This book listed commonalities, including the victims are chronic alcoholics. The victims are usually elderly females. The hands and feet usually fall off. The fire causes very little damage to combustible things in contact with the body, like the clothing and like that. Cloth chairs that are sitting in, the big stuff, overstuffed chairs, the curtains, things like that. It doesn't generally mess with that. And the combustion of the body basically leaves a residue of greasy and fetid ashes, which are offensively odorous. So the residue stinks. The first case. Get over here. Okay, several hundred cases have been recorded since the 1400s, so it is extremely rare. Many scientists, some of which have done extensive and serious investigations, claim that there are usually outside sources of ignition that have been conspicuously omitted from the reports. So essentially, they're saying that the people investigating this wanted it to be mysterious. And that 500 years ago, what the hell, It may very well be. I don't know. But the first case ever reported of this was a knight named, let me get his name right here, Polonus Vorstius, Polonus, Polonus, Vorstius, Vorstius, Polonus Vorstius, I guess. He was standing in front of his parents, and he burst into flames. This guy was a knight. I don't know if he was wearing his armor or not, but there you go. And the alcoholism may actually be a factor in this as well, because back in the day they drank a lot, especially the upper crust people drank a lot of wine and things like that because the water wasn't real great. Happened a lot in the Old West. People got a lot of gallstones because, kidney stones, things like that, because the water wasn't real clean. They didn't have water processing plants, so you go down and you get a bucket of water out of the river and drink it. That was, and it was good water to drink, but it didn't taste great. You know what I'm saying? So they drank a lot of non-water liquids, a lot of wine, a lot of in the Old West, a lot of whiskey, things like that, and so that's where you get your kidney stones and things like that. But this knight, being upper crust, being a knight, he may very well have had some wine. And that being said, he may have drank a lot of wine. You don't know. But that would fit with the chronic alcoholic thing. There have been many natural and scientific theories for the phenomena, including cigarettes. You're smoking a cigarette and you drop it and it lights you on fire. Self-immolation, a form of suicide where you just set yourself on fire. But I don't like that idea, because if you're going to set yourself on fire, chances are you're using an accelerant, and the accelerant would have other stuff around you would have been burned as well, like the chair you're sitting in, the curtains, that kind of thing. And then there's this thing called the wick effect, where your clothing smolders and slowly cooks the fat in the body. That'd be a hell of a bad way to go. I wouldn't like it. Just shoot me in the head, Some alternate theories have been proposed, including, get this, poltergeist activity and ball lightning. I don't know how much of that is true. I don't know what would be feasible or not. But, like I said, 200 cases, it's extremely rare, but it does happen. I watched an episode, I did a TV series review on New Tricks, and one of their episodes, they investigated a case with spontaneous human combustion. But given these alternative theories with the poltergeist activity and like that, I wouldn't have been surprised if they just said aliens. I don't know. Who knows, right? But that's it. Unexplained phenomena. Spontaneous human combustion. Now, you folks know as much as I do. You folks have a good day. God bless one and all.